Simmons Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
That glue blowing too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You better be afraid of me.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 70 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a quick strike.
Who is this, Blitz King?
The pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course,
I had a
anytime
feeling
like this,
it was.
horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackler? Where were the safeties?
Too smooth.
You don't expect him
3-4-4.
to catch the ball. And next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost.
I knew that was him, but I didn't want to like just say, oh, this was him.
About 7 yards deep. And
That's some
all
good
that
shit.
worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
I just played somebody who bull rush who be bull rushing.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yep.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Front left. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Stephon Anthony able to get him for a loss of about 3. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. He's got Lockett. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson going to throw again. This complete to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Wilson will throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, Wilson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
You ready? Right there. 54 Mike. 11. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Check 50. 21.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Slam. Go. Hey, 0.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze, and that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Breeze. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Tighten up.
Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
14.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 78 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Check 15.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Breeze, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
A final shot before half for Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Look at the spin. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Check 99. Quick dad, quick dad.
Second and 10 now. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing on third and long. Eluding the pressure. And got his man. Complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Left side complete to Lockett. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Got Gordon open, completes it. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Throwing on third and long. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On first and 10, here's Breeze. And this is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, wahoo! Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Easy. Ready, catch.
Throwing now is Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. K.J. Wright getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Switch. Check 24. Check 24. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check safety. Check safety. You under. You got tight. You got tight right there. 0-2. Easy.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again.
You better be ready next time.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. There.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Alert three. Gun.
On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the whip.
Hey, 0.
Motion. Watch the ship.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Watch the ship. Move. Ship.
Wilson now to throw again. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
One flip. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Crunch.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He's checking crap. Tight dog.
Check.
SOS.
Hey, check Mike 47.
I'm coming. 47.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try to run with Carson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand.
Hey, man. Watch the booth.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check, check, check. You're good, you're good. Right forward, ready.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah. But it costs him. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final minute. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Yeah, I was just trying to be a little patient, but I fucked up a couple times.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I still got 27 seconds, so.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, Haywood!
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And what possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I ain't tripping. Let me see. I think I got to run to the stove real quick, though. Good game, though. Hell yeah, this is a good one.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second.